You have something important to do. You know you should start, but you do not. And the longer you wait, the harder starting becomes. There is a simple 5-minute rule that breaks this cycle completely. And once you understand the science behind it, procrastination will never feel the same again. Most people think procrastination is a time management problem, so they try to fix it with schedules, with to-do lists, with productivity apps, and it still does not work, because procrastination is not about time. It is about how your brain feels about the task before you begin. Think about this. You have a report to write. You tell yourself, I will do it after lunch. After lunch becomes after dinner. After dinner becomes tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning becomes next week. The task did not get harder. Your brain just kept finding reasons to avoid the feeling of starting. That is the real problem. Here's what's actually happening inside your brain. When you look at a big task, your brain does not see the task. It sees the discomfort of doing the task, the effort, the uncertainty, the possibility of failing. And your brain's number one job is to protect you from discomfort. So it does exactly that. It tells you to wait. Psychologists call this the amygdala response. The amygdala is the part of the brain that detects threats. And for many people, a difficult task activates the amygdala the same way a real threat does. Your brain goes into avoidance mode, not because you are lazy, because your brain is doing its job too well. Now, here's where the 5-minute rule comes in. Think of starting a task like pushing a heavy rock. The hardest moment is the very beginning. Getting the rock to move at all requires the most energy. But once it starts moving, it becomes easier to keep going. Physicists call this inertia. Objects at rest stay at rest. Objects in motion stay in motion. Your brain works exactly the same way. The 5-minute rule works because it makes the initial push so small your brain has no reason to resist it. Here's how the 5-minute rule works. 3 simple principles. Principle 1. Tell yourself you will only work for 5 minutes. Not until the task is done, not until it is perfect. Just 5 minutes. That's your only commitment. This works because your brain can agree to 5 minutes even when it refuses to agree to an hour. The threat feels small, so resistance stays low. Principle 2. Make the starting action as small as possible. Don't open the whole project. Open one document. Don't plan the whole presentation. Write one slide title. Don't start the full workout. Put on your shoes. The action that begins the task should feel almost too easy. That's the point. Principle 3. After 5 minutes, give yourself a choice. Stop if you want, or keep going. Most of the time, you'll keep going, because once the brain is in motion, stopping becomes the harder option. The work pulls you forward. Not willpower, not discipline, just momentum. But here's what makes this truly powerful, and what most people never realize. The 5-minute rule doesn't just start the task, it rewires how your brain sees the task. Every time you use it successfully, your brain updates its records. It stores a new memory. This task was not as painful as I expected, and the next time that task appears, the resistance is slightly lower. Do this enough times, and tasks that once felt impossible start to feel normal. You're not just finishing work, you're reprogramming your brain. 3 steps to use this today. 1. Choose the task you've been avoiding most, not a small task, the one you keep pushing away. That's your starting point. 2. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Commit to only 5 minutes, nothing more. Remove every distraction first. Phone away, notifications off, 5 minutes of full attention. 3. Start with the smallest possible action. Open the file. Write the first sentence. Make the first mark. Don't think about the whole task. Think only about the next 30 seconds. Then the 30 seconds after that. Procrastination is not a character flaw. It's a brain pattern. And brain patterns can be changed, not through willpower, but through making the first step so small your brain can't say no. 5 minutes is not a productivity trick. It's a signal to your brain that says, this is safe. We can begin. And beginning is the only thing that was ever standing between you and the work that matters. If this gave you something useful, leave a comment below. Try the 5-minute rule today and tell me what happened. And watch the next video to keep building habits that actually stick.